My name is Stephen Thayn, Idaho State Senator from Gem County. I sit on the Senate Education Committee and have been on the Education Committee in the legislature for the past 14 years. I'm really excited about the public education system in Idaho. I know a lot of people have heard that it's not performing very well, but the truth be known, Idaho ranks in the top 10 in most output categories in student success. And I have a vision that we can take Idaho to becoming #1 in the nation within 5 to 10 years if we do a couple of really important things. The most important thing we can do in education in Idaho is tap into that resource of parents. Parents are the great untapped resource. For too often, in the last 20 or 30 years, we've wanted to improve public education by spending more money. And while money has a place, parents are really where it's at. The usage of more and more money is outliving its utility. We need to look at another resource. So the question becomes, how do we tap into parental input? Well, we have one program already in the state of Idaho, and that's the Advanced Opportunities Program that allocates about 1% of the total public school budget to parents so they can access junior high and high school on their terms, so they can customize the education for their child by taking college classes, career technical education classes, dual credit, AP tests and things like that. So it's getting students engaged in what they want to do after they leave high school. Advanced Opportunities has been very successful. Last year, 57% of the seniors participated. In total, over 37,000 students participated, and it's growing about 7% a year the last few years. So it's a very popular program. So what can we do to tap into the parent resource at elementary school? Well, I have a bill this year, it's Senate Bill 1239, that says if a student gets a year ahead in elementary school, the parents can negotiate a flexible attendance for family vacations, long weekends, home educational activities. It's almost a homeschool, public school partnership. And so the parents that are interested in doing this, which a lot of them are millennial mothers, are either stay-at-home moms, about 25% of them, and there's a lot of those that work from home, so they have a day or two a week that they would like to spend some time with their children. This has some real benefits because the parents start asking, what is it my student needs to learn? What is it my child needs to learn? And so I show them how to use the standards. They start accessing their teachers and saying, where's my student a little bit weak? What do they need to learn so they're advanced? The other big thing this does, it says that if you want to be advanced after the 3rd grade, you have to be fluent in all the math facts. So one of the biggest problems in math education in the state of Idaho and all public education is too many students aren't fluent in the math facts. So this says if you want to be ahead, you need to be working on learning those. And that's something that parents can do at home, playing games, using computer programs. It's just a wonderful opportunity for parents. And so I'm really excited about this aspect of tapping into parents. Parents have been viewed between an annoyance to the problem. Some schools are very good at working with parents, but I know in some other states, parents, especially California, parents almost aren't allowed on the school property. And what the parents want and their values are not reinforced in too many cases. So what I'm trying to do with these different ideas is re-enthrone parents as the prime change agent in changing our school system by simply giving them some input into how they can, what curriculum their children can learn, maybe not at school, but definitely at home. So my son is actually doing this in Challis, Idaho, and he's been doing it all year. and it's been working really well for he and his wife and their 3 elementary age children. They've really enjoyed it. They were able to go on a trip to Hawaii. They went, visited Pearl Harbor. They're getting some really good experiences, and they're a year ahead in their regular studies. So when they go back to school, school's a review, but they're not bored, and it's not causing the teacher any extra work. It's just a really good mix. Advantages of moving ahead with like the elementary flexibility bill or the advanced opportunities program that's in place is it allows students to become proactive. When I talked to my grandson and I told him, if you got a year ahead in your studies, would you like to have a day at home to do other things? And he said, what do I have to do? So he became proactive. And oftentimes when we talk about public education, we talk about the things we don't like. We talk about the negatives. And there are those things, there's no question. There's improvements to be made. But this gives us a chance to build what we want, to work in a positive manner, create a partnership between parents, teachers, and students. We all get on the same page. We're creating a culture of building what we want rather than complaining about what we don't want. And this cultural change, this cultural, reinforcing this in the culture is really important for the state of Idaho. So all of these ideas are part of a vision that I have to make Idaho public education system the #1 in the nation. We're not that far behind, and doing a few things like engaging more parents, working a little bit on kindergarten preparedness. There's too many kids coming to school that aren't prepared, but parents can help us there also. Continuing the Advanced Opportunities Program, having an 8th grade exploratory class so students at a younger age, 7th or 8th grade, can start thinking, well, how would I get an academic career like a doctor or lawyer? What do I have to do that? Or how can I become a welder or a plumber? And what resources can I tap while I'm still in high school to make that happen in my life? So those are all things that we're working on. When we get them implemented, I think we're going to see graduation rates go up, test scores go up, and Idaho will be ranked #1 in the nation. And we'll do this despite spending less than any other state in the nation. It will totally change the debate.